In this video, we'll be reviewing the Arsenal transfer summer business. As you know, deadline day has just passed, and this will be our squad for the upcoming season. This transfer window has just been so underwhelming, hasn't it? If someone told me before the summer Arsenal are going to sign a right back, a CM, a centre back, a cam, I'll be so excited, and a backup goalkeeper and a backup left back, I would be so excited. I'll be like, oh my god, Arsenal are actually doing business. But now, you just realize it's more about the quality over the quantity, and that's why I just feel like Arsenal didn't do this year. I feel like we hit the quantity over the quality. We could have just spent 150 million on a right back, a CDM and a cam, and I feel like all those aspects would have had a much bigger impact. It reminds me of when Liverpool signed Van Dijk and Alisson. It completely changed the whole team, and I feel this year Arsenal should have just done that. We should have just signed 4 quality players or 3 quality top class players, and we could have just changed the whole team. But instead we went over quantity over quality. Look, maybe some of these players are going to become good. Like that right back we just signed, I can't pronounce his name, he might be a gem. But you know, it's so underwhelming. Like, you know, you're looking at other teams like Tottenham who just signed Emerson. Like, Tottenham, has it really come to this stage where they are doing way better signings than us? They signed one of the best right backs, and whilst we signed their backup right back who they were planning to sign but just didn't. Is that what Arsenal have turned into now? The only player that's actually excited me was Sambi. And with Sambi, we don't even know what's going to happen to him. Is there going to be another thing where he just gets coached by Arteta and just becomes a worse player? And also Tavares, he looks like a good player for me. So, you know, 2 signings. And Odegaard, yeah, he's okay. You know, we haven't seen much of him again. You know, we're going to have to wait for the rest of the season to see how he turns out. But yeah, it's just been so underwhelming, hasn't it? You know, 6 players, and then you're like, have they really improved our first 11? You know, we're signing backups to players who are already not good enough. I love Tavares, but we should have signed a world-class left-back because Tierney is always injured, and we're going to need someone to push Tierney to the max. Same thing goes for CM. Look, I love Sambi, like I said, but bro, we need a proper CM, a proper CDM/CM that's going to push these players to the max and make players like Granit Xhaka a backup, not a starter. Granit Xhaka needs to be a backup at best. And Ben White signing, look, he might be a good player in the future, but right now, man, we could have just kept Saliba and spent that 50 million elsewhere. The question to ask is Ben White 50 million pounds better than Saliba? I know it's the British tax that's affecting this deal, but you know, is actually Ben White 50 million pounds better than Saliba? For me, I disagree. I don't think he is. I think they're equal players. And you know what? I actually think Saliba is a bit better. You know, you're looking at Ben White, and the reason why we got him is because he's a ball-playing centre-back. But we need defenders to be able to defend. That's the main job. None of these ball-playing centre-backs, it doesn't matter. Because what happens is when you're playing against the teams like Man City and that, you're going to get bullied off the ball. It doesn't matter how well you can pass from the back. Imagine if you can defend, because that's your number 1 job. Anything else is the addition. And that's the problem right now, what we're doing. I don't know, I feel like some of these transfers are going to cost us in the future, because who knows, we might not be able to sell some of these players like Ramsdale. Look, I don't want to criticize Ramsdale, he's an Arsenal fan, but you know, if he doesn't go well, we won't be able to sell him. Which other team is coming in for Ramsdale to buy him? We were the only one that wanted him from Sheffield United. No one else is going to sign him if you try to sell him. Yeah, another thing, why didn't we sign a proper goalkeeper and put Leno as a back? Why are we signing a backup to Leno when Leno is already not good enough? He's shown his mistakes. He can't play out from the back, so why are we buying a backup to a player that's already not good enough? And that's the issue with this transfer window. It's been so underwhelming. Arteta and Edu, what have they been doing this summer window? You know, this whole youth project. Bro, we've seen this stuff before. Remember the Jack Wilshere, the Carl Jenkinson, the Theo Walcott, the Ramsey. Remember, we've seen this project. It didn't work. And yeah, again, we're going through another process of these young players, which is not even guaranteed, because not every single young player is going to come out world class in a few years. Most of them are going to fail. It's happened before. And even you got these young players, who are they going to learn from? Where are the experienced players, the world class players? We need players for now that are going to help us go back to the top. We don't need players that we're hoping and praying that in 3 years they're going to become good. We need players for now, because look what's happened to us. We're 20th. It's not guaranteed that in 3 years, like I said, these players are going to automatically just become world class. It's a risk, it's a gamble. And it's not a gamble worth taking at the stage we are in right now, because we're just going to keep falling behind. Look at West Ham, they have overtaken us. And some fans keep saying, back the team, back the team. There's a thing. You can back the team, but you must not back the team blindly, because that does no good for this team. We're 20th, and do you think these signings will even help us finish 7th place this year? I don't think so, especially under this manager. What's going to happen with this manager? Because he's clearly not good enough. This job is way too big for him, yet we're still keeping him. And what worries me is his job does not look like it's under threat. I feel like we could have lost 10-0 against Man City and there still have been no issue. This club just makes excuses and excuses. Yeah, for me, if I was to rate this transfer window, I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think about this transfer window in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace.